Are we here? Oh, we're here. Finally. Hi guys. I'm so sorry I had to start late tonight. Um yeah, I'm having a medical procedure done tomorrow and it's been pretty hectic here getting things ready and for that and then getting ready for this and it's been a day. It's been a week actually. But here we are, and nobody's on yet. But I did tell everybody 7:40, and it is 7:45 now, so I'm even later than I thought I was going to be. Better late than never. But if um if this time doesn't work out for you, you can always catch the recording on Facebook or on YouTube. I am on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel. Woohoo! Nettie P Stamping. And so let's see. That's all I can tell you. All right, let's get down to business. Get this show on the road. It's January. Gosh, I can't believe it is already 2023. Hi, Carol. You made it. Uh, oh man, where does the time go? So, guys, let's see. Coming up, what is coming up? Ooh, I have a stamp and chat January 16th, 10 to 12. If anybody is interested in getting involved in that, let me know. Robertsonia Library next Thursday at 12, 1 to 3, 1:30 to 3:30. And the Warnersville Library next, no, the Wednesday after. That's the 18th, 5 to 7:30. So those two things are going on. Three things going on. If you want to get in the stamp and chat, let me know. Now, big thing going on is celebration. Starts tomorrow. Everything you order counts. Hi, Linda, you found me, and I just started like 2 minutes ago, so you didn't miss anything. Celebration starts tomorrow. So everything you buy counts toward your celebration, um, your little bennies, free items, $50 purchase, you get something free, $100 purchase, you get more free. $150 purchase, you get a lot free. So that's pretty cool. And tonight, I know last week I showed you the gatefold with the dainty flowers paper, and I just love that paper. I love it, and there's so much you can do with it. So sorry, I'm going to repeat it tonight. I'm not going to repeat the same card. I'm going to do a different card tonight. It's a pretty easy card actually, and it is it's an easy card and it's a pretty card, and it's something that I just want to show you because I'm using the free paper. You can get this paper. Hi, Karen. You can get this paper um, for free with a $50 order. And the items like this is Dainty Delight stamp set, and the dies, and then the paper is what we're going to use tonight. And what I want to show you, one of the cards. Actually, I'm doing two cards tonight. One's with the Dainty Delight, the other is with the cats. Wait till you see this. I think this is so cute. And I'm not a cat person. Don't hate me. I'm not a cat. I'm a dog person. But I love these cats. This is the Dainty Delight paper. It has so many neat things and it's such pretty colors. It's so springy. And I'm going to show you a card to make. We're going to get the most out of this paper. It's really really cool. You'll see. So let's get right down to it. The only thing that you two missed, Karen and Linda, is that I was just telling everybody next week already. Next Thursday is the Robbie Library, 1:30 to 3:30. And The following week, Wednesday, is the first Warnersville Library class from 5 to 7:30. So, what's exciting? Two new things. Well, one new thing and one old thing going on. Okay. I tried to hook up this camera, and John suggested, because it gets nice close-ups, he suggested that I try clipping it, and I was trying to do that before I actually got on, and it wasn't working real well. But I'm gonna try it again. So sorry for the, yeah, there. That's good enough right there, right? Because that's gonna give me a good close-up of what I'm doing here. Okay. So what I'm doing, Dainty Delights. This is the card. Now oh, it's upside down. No, it's upside down. That one, and it's right side up. Oh, well, that ain't right. That is not gonna fly. Okay, so that means I gotta try. Sorry, guys. Gotta try turning this around. Let's see if I can make this work. Eh, okay. Sort of. Sort of okay, I guess. All right. You can see though that this card, you can see it pretty good. Okay. Celebrate you. Now this is only the front. Here's one that I finished that's different that I think I like better. And I'm gonna just show you. So simple. Simple cards. You can make dozens of them. I made a couple already, and I'm gonna do one or two tonight. So what I did, I'm using my plain white card base. And for anybody who's new, which there isn't anybody new on, but just in case, we'll pretend. You start with 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25, which is basically halfway. Burnish it good with your bone folder so that you have a nice crease on it. Then you take your designer series paper. Now, this, like I said before, I cannot say enough about this paper. It has so many pretty prints and so many pretty things. Like this is the one print that we're going to actually use the back of to get this watercolor background. But look at that. Isn't that pretty? Just, I mean, in itself. And then what we're going to do, we're cutting this piece 4 by 5.25. Okay, so that's that. And that's a regular card back, or 4 by 5.25. That's that piece. Okay, and that is your background piece. It's gonna go here. Oh no, I'm sorry, I am messing you up already. I am not thinking straight. What I did, I started out doing it that way, but then I changed my mind and I wrote it down in before I changed my mind. I took a piece of a background color. In this case, I used soft sea foam because I just think this looks so pretty with that. I would pick up either the soft sea foam or fresh freesia as your background color. But I'm using so much of the fresh freesia so often that I thought it would be pretty to try and do something a little different. So what we need to do now is we need to cut that piece 4 by 5.25. And then we're going to cut this piece down just a little bit. So I got my 5.25 by 4. Then I want to cut this piece down to about 5 by 3 3/4. It depends, that piece depends on how much of a frame you want around your color. And I always like to have that kind of a border, a nice little border. Some people like to do their borders really, really thin. I like that. I like to have a border that you can see. It pops the color a little bit. So I cut two of them right away because I had taken this watercolor paper and just started cutting squares out of it because or rectangles out of it because I just really like it. So we went with 3 3/4. Right? Yeah, 3 3/4 by 5. And that's gonna go on this piece, 5 1/4 by 4. So the next thing we do then, we are going to take this is our background piece. And what I did here is I'm using this, I love this ribbon. It is soft sea foam seam binding ribbon. Now, I don't know what makes it seam binding ribbon, but it is such a pretty color. And what I did with it, you can see I made two different cards with using this. I used the green there and I used purple there. You just take it and tie like you're going to tie a bow and just start it and don't tie it tight. Just leave it loose and leave it kind of up toward the top like that. Okay, and then just tape this onto here. Yep, tape it on the back. There. And then bring it down and cut it off and tape it on the back. Am I staying in the screen here? Oh, hi, Barb. Oh, hey, Barb. Speaking of which, you're in Pittsburgh this week. Susie and I were talking earlier today, and she was talking about she's going to be moving back to Pittsburgh in a couple of years. I guess she's originally from there, and she's missing family. I don't blame her. It's hard being in a place where you don't really know anybody. And I guess her husband transferred here for work, so she could be here. And they're looking to move back. We'll miss her. I'll miss her. Um, but Barb, that reminded me because you won last week's drawing to pull a name. I almost forgot to pull a name. Here we are. Here we are. Okay, whose name got Karen? Got your name today. So Karen gets the card today. And I will save it for you. For the library, if you're coming. And then Carol and Linda can fight over it. You're welcome. Okay, so we're back to this again. I'm going to just kind of tie a little knot. Not a knot, no, just like you're starting to tie a bow and just pull it. And you can place this anywhere on the card that you want it. I noticed that it looks pretty cute. Pretty much anywhere. You can put it down toward the bottom. You can put it in the middle. You can put it anywhere it falls. So when you're tying it, you don't have to be too precise because it doesn't really matter where it ends up. Okay, so there's that one and that one. So there's two of them ready to go. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this. Well, actually, I'm going to put it on with this glue. And the reason that I'm using this glue is because some of the cards that I did the other day with this paper, I used liquid glue, and you can see little marks on the paper from it. So rather than taking a chance on that, I'm just gonna go ahead and use this paper. I mean this glue, because I know that this adhesive will not come through. But see, then I'll use the liquid glue to glue the whole thing onto the front of the card when it's done. So this is going to be our card front. We have our bases here. The bases are off to the side. We're not using them right now. This is the card front. Now, the next thing I did, I took a piece of this paper, and there was the one piece that goes it has two rows across and a light row in the middle. So I took a piece of this and I took, let me find it, it's here. I used the Stylish Shapes dies and I pulled the square. By the way, this idea came from a card made by Sue Worth, I believe. Sue Moore. I'm sorry, Mohr. It was just, I thought it was just the prettiest card when I saw it, and I thought, oh, I've got to do that. And she didn't do a tutorial. She didn't have any of the measurements or anything. So I just kind of, it's close. It's not exact, but it's close. So I just thought it was so pretty and simple that I had to do it. And in fact, I want to do thank you cards with this, like a whole pack, a couple packs of them. Okay, so I take this die from the Stylish Shapes, one of the squares, and I go onto this paper and I frame a picture like that. And I find, let's see, what did I do here? Oh, this one. I took this one and I just did that right there, put that right there, ran it through my die cutter. Then I came back and I put that one, ran it through the die cutter. And then I brought it down here and ran it through the die cutter again. And I ended up with these three pieces. Okay, then I took the back side and I now have scraps, right? So what I did next is I took my Dainty Flowers dies. Dainty Delights, they're called. Okay, I took them, this one here, and just put it on and cut it out. And I cut a bunch of that. Then I started fussing with different shapes. Let me see, I have a bunch of these. I just have to find them. I think that looks nicer than using a color, using a piece of colored cardstock. You can use a piece of colored cardstock, but I just thought that came out nice using that. And I cut three of them, and right now there is only one in front of me. Oh, geez. Well, it doesn't matter. One's all I need, so at least for right now. Okay, so So this one has a lot of purple. I'm going to use that purplish one. I like that. Really, really wish I could find that die cut. Oh, wow. Okay. So this goes here. Then I started messing around. That's where I was. I started messing around with these shapes, and I made a couple of them birthday cards, but I decided I wanted to do some thank you cards too. So I grabbed some different shapes and I cut out some just different things. And I was thinking maybe this square would look kind of cool. Uh, if it's, I don't know, maybe. But I like that. And I also like this little hexagon shape. So, and then we have this also came from the stylish shapes. And that makes a nice thing for a birthday card. So, what I'm doing here is this is going to get put up on dimensionals. Just pop a couple of them here. I was really messing around with this afternoon, trying to figure out different things to do with it because it's such a simple card to do. And you can just embellish it and make it look different with just the littlest simple things. And again, this paper is free with a $50 order from any catalog, which I think is just outstanding. Then I take the die and I just kind of put it in the die cut and just kind of put it here over the side and put that there because I do like that now that I'm looking at it. Okay, so I'm going to take that die and get my little die tool here to or glue tool. This does work pretty gosh darn good. And this particular die cut is easy to work with because it has leaves and you can kind of cover get glue. You can get just a drop of glue here and there on them. It works out really nice. So I don't want that just starting in the middle of nowhere. So I'm going to kind of try and get it under the ribbon a little bit. And then I'm going to mess up everything. That wasn't cool. Hi, I can't, why can't I get that to stay? Ah, there we go. Okay, Karen, I won't give you that one. It has glue all over it. You just put your little thank you or whatever you have that you want to put on it. Celebrate you or happy birthday, anything like that. Now I'm going to stick a little glue on the other side of this so it sticks down. I stuck my dimensionals here. Yes, I spent 15 minutes looking for therapy cards and couldn't find you. So I sent you a note about it and told you I was going to watch you during the week. Well, I woke up the next morning, realized that last night was Tuesday night. Jeez. So you were looking all over for me and couldn't find me. Oh. Because I wasn't on. It happens. It does happen, right? It happens more than we care to discuss. Oh, Karen. Well, you found me tonight. It's Thursday. And I mean, it's yeah, it's Wednesday, and we've got card therapy. Now, I mean, I've been going crazy with these new stamp sets, but I also found a little bee. I have to tell you about this stamp set. Okay, so when a demonstrator has $1 million in sales career, so this is like a long time. You have $1 million in sales. You get to go to the main Stampin' Up headquarters in Utah, and you sit with the designer and you make up a stamp set of your own. And they put your name on it and all this stuff, and they put it in the catalog. So the lady who signed me up as a demonstrator, her name is Laura Milligan, and I've known Laura since I started with Stampin' Up. She introduced me to Stampin' Up and to all their good stuff. Well, she hit $1 million in sales this year. And so she went down to the main office and she created a stamp set. I think that's just very exciting. And so this was her stamp set, Queen Bee. And so it's happy birthday, Queen, and happy be happy. She made calendars that had the bee on, and it says be happy. And I just think it's a very pretty set. But I pulled that bee and I have the die. It has dies with it. I colored the bee a little bit and I cut it out and I'm using it on these cards right here and there because every little I don't know, I just thought it fit with this particular card. So here's that bee. That's where I got that bee from. Now, I know that a whole lot of different stamp sets have something, some kind of bees with them. Of course, as you all know, I try to get rid of my stamp sets at the end of the season because I get new stamp sets and I run out of room. So I have to find whatever's current. Karen, I'm still thinking card therapy on Tuesday night. That would have been a good one anyway, right? Aw. So I'm going to put that little bee on here. And the reason that I went looking for a bee is because on the one set, I pulled out an old paper pumpkin and it had this gold lattice. That was this card here. It has this. Oops, what did I just do? I hope that didn't show up on everybody's thing. Um, I pulled this gold lattice out of the paper pumpkin set and cut it up and stuck it in there, and I thought it needed a bee. So that's what that one is. If you can, let me put that in a range where you can see it better close up. I have a hard time there. There, you can see that pretty good. I have a hard time getting my left from my right because it's opposite here. Okay, so we have that card front pretty good here. Um, I am going to do an inside because I do insides, right? And I'm going to use the Dainty. Here it is. Dainty Delight flowers. And you know what? These flowers, they look. I showed you last week how to do them to make the colors show, but they work pretty nicely just like this too. So, I mean, like you can use all one color. You don't have to color them. And I'm going to use mint macaron or soft sea foam. Yeah, soft sea foam because that's what that green is. And I'm just going to put that right here. And then I'm going to find a piece. No, that's not going to look good. So no, I'm not going to use the paper. I'm just going to do that for the inside. And because it's a thank you card, this one is going to be a thank you card. I'm not going to put too much of anything else in it because I always like to write a little note on thank you cards. And so all I have to do now is attach it all, put it all together. So here's my card base. Here's my card front. And then this goes on the inside. So Barb, do you I have your I sent you a calendar in the mail from last week. You won last week's drawing, and I guess you won't get that. So, like, are you going to be able to come home? Do you come home every weekend? I guess since you're in Pittsburgh, it's easy because you can drive back and forth. You don't have to worry about getting caught in that flying, ridiculous, disastrous mess that goes on out there. And folks, I'm trying, this is my New Year's resolution. I always tell you, don't let the party stop just because the person opened the card. So you want to put something inside the card. Well, put something on the envelope too, because you should always give the postman something to look at, right? So I'm just going to do the same thing to the outside that I did to the inside on this one, and I'm just going to stamp that on there. And I just got a ghost, but that's okay. The mailman won't mind. And if I could, I'm just losing everything today. I lost my chamois now. Here it is on the floor. Of course. Okay. So that's one. I'm doing the exact same thing with this one. I'm going to just put that there on dimensionals. So I am so into this new catalog. It was kind of funny. I'm sure I told you this story already. When I first got the new catalog, I just wasn't so enamored with it. And since I've been working out of it, I have just really, really started to love it. I'm not finding neat things in it that I guess I missed the first and second and third time through because I'm finding these things and I'm just loving it and I'm really enjoying it now. So I have to hunt for the branches that I cut out for all of these before I can before I can finish this card. But so I'm just gonna put this aside. I'm afraid it's not gonna get finished because I don't want to cut more out because I cut out enough to finish 3 of these cards. So I just can't imagine what happened to them. I even look down on the floor, think, oh wait, oh, look on the floor again because here they are. Okay, now I can finish it. Okay, that's what I was looking for. This one I might is just long enough that I could even stick it under the ribbon and have it come out the other side, and that's going to really look kind of pretty. And there it is. Okay. And that is going on this card front. I mean, card base. And what else do I want to put on there? Oh, that one I could put. Oh, let me see. Ah, yes, I have some new embellishments. I have some adhesive backed milky dots, or I have flat adhesive backed pearls. I'm going to pull out the milky dots. I also have some of the other ones that stick up that are very pretty but very annoying because they don't go through the post office well. I'm learning that they absolutely have to go on cards that you are going to hand deliver. Now, this is going to work out on this card, though. These are really very pretty. There, that's a good one. Okay. Um, envelope, stamp. Here's the envelopes. Here's the inside. And I have a slightly different stamp going on this one, but that's quite all right. This is going to get glued in the inside. And we're ready to go. Okay, that's that card. Now I have one more card I want to show you, and this is not going to be a hard one either. This is a pretty quick one, and I have all the pieces right here. and cut and ready to go. And for this one, I told you, I said already, I am not a cat person, but I love this stamp set. It's called Love Cats. Head over heels about you. I love hanging out with you. Hi there, Valentine. So obviously it's a Valentine set, but I'm not going to use it for a Valentine set. I'm going to use it for a birthday because I have a couple of friends that are cat people that are going to just love this card, this stamp set. So here we go. Now, what I did with this, I got this set like an animal designer series paper. Look at this. Isn't this cool? Bright. It has a lot of prints in gold. It has a couple prints in silver. Um, so, and then the back is all just animal prints too. But the front is just too pretty because it's foil specialty pretty paper. Okay, so that's what I'm using for this. When I first saw it, I was like, ew, you gotta be kidding. But it's perfect for this card. Okay, so what I did, I started out with a card base in, oh, what color? Soft suede. Okay, then I cut. Oh, let's see. Where are my measurements? I do have measurements written down for this somewhere. I just have to find them. There they are. Okay, so you have your regular card base. This designer series paper is 5 1/4 by 3. That goes on here. Now I'm going to, for this one, I'm going to use a piece of kind of glittery ribbon. The other choice, yeah, no, maybe not. Okay. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted, I wanted to pop a color. So I'm going to use red. And actually, I'm doing the faux bow thing here because that's just kind of what I think it needs. Oh, wait, no. Yeah. Whoa. I'm thinking. So that means just tape the ribbon onto the back, and then we'll tie the bow on after the card's done. I want this to pop color pop out a little bit. That's why it's red. Okay, so this is going to get glued on to the front. And then next, we're going to take a piece of white 4x3, and we're going to take colored cardstock 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. Now I'm using early espresso, and I already did this, and so I'm just going to, I'm not going to do it again. I'm just going to quickly show you what I did. Okay, I stamped the cat on here. I colored in that red heart with Poppy Parade marker. Then I took my oval punch and I punched out a white oval. I have these little pens that have a razor on the end of them. It's like a razor knife. So it cuts. So I cut around the edge here and cut this guy's paw. Now, it doesn't cut great. It's not the best The razor knife isn't like the best knife. So I'm gonna kind of try to fix that a little bit, but I don't think it matters. It's not horrible. Oh, sorry guys. Okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now I'm really giving you the. You just got the tour. And the aerial tour. There. Okay, sort of. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna take the cat. We cut out a little bit of his paw at the bottom. We cut out a thing that says I love hanging out with you, and there it goes again. So this time I'm done. I'm forgetting about that. You're gonna look at me now. There. Maybe not. There. Oh. Oh, Karen, you were both at drums today. Did you have fun? Good crowd, huh? Was is today Ruthie's day? So I guess it was a fun day. Okay, so I took my thing here and I'm gonna put this on dimensionals too. Here, here. Then glue this onto the back of this. I'm trying to run through this pretty quick because it's getting late and I started late and there. Then I took and lost this. Um, we have a new punch coming out in the new catalog. It is, I'm trying to grab it here. It doesn't want to come out. Here it is. Country Bouquet. Can you see that it has the two hearts and two leaves? I think that's kind of neat. And it's a neat shape for the heart. So I cut a heart out and I'm going to just stick it there off the end of that with a dimensional maybe. Okay, glue's going to go on that corner. So I'm going to stick the dimensional on this half. Just a dribble of glue there. And there we go. Okay, the bow's going to go all the way over here at the side. This guy should be put up on dimensionals too. Pretty many dimensionals I got on this one for no particular reason. And then we're going to stick him up here. No, I don't think that needs it. It needs something else. It needs some kind of maybe some little embellishments of some sort. But I need some red. And God knows I have tons of red stuff around here from Christmas. So I'll just dig a pack of something out. Yep, we got the red rhinestones. There. I haven't, you know, I haven't figured out what I'm going to put in the inside, but since the whole thing says I love hanging out with you, and there's a hanging, there's a hanging cat here, well, why wouldn't we not use that, right? I just have to find the block that it puts on. There, that's a good one. And then if you want to make it a Valentine, you can put either Valentine or something like that, or you can just put, hey, friend, or whatever you want on the inside. There. Okay, there's our cards for today. I hope you liked everything, and I hope to see everybody at the library one of these either this week, next week, Thursday, or the week after, Wednesday. And Karen, you get to pick one. And are you going to be at the library? Do you think on Thursday next week? I can just bring him there, and you can pick one there. Uh, Pick out what you want. Would that work for you? I will keep your name here and make sure I know that I have them aside for you, unless you know which one you want now, and you can tell me, and I'll hold that one for you. Okay, that would be the easiest. Just take it to the library and go from there. Okay, well, thank you for joining me again, and I hope to see you all next week. Um, have a wonderful weekend and have a wonderful night. Oh, Karen, you want the cat? Okay, perfect. I will put that aside for you. Have a great evening, and we'll see you all next week. Good night.